What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. And I can't believe I'm saying this, but today we're going to be doing a Green Bay Packers off-season realistic rebuild after, of course, they've been eliminated in the divisional round by the San Francisco 49ers. Now, this one's going to be an interesting one. So before we go ahead and jump into this video, I'm going to need you guys right now to quickly leave a like. And, of course, if you're new to this channel, hit that subscribe button. Like I said, this one is going to be a very, very interesting one. One of the most interesting ones, I think, of the whole series. So make sure you're sit back, relax, and ready to watch this because this is about to be crazy. This is probably the worst case scenario that could happen for the Green Bay Packers. Now, they've been in the NFC Championship a few times and lost, but the fact that this was the year that Aaron Rodgers, with so many rumors looming before the season even started, and this was the year that it felt like, hey, if they don't get very far in the playoffs, this is it. Like, what are the Packers going to do after that with little to no room in cap space either? This just feels like a season where, or this offseason, that Aaron Rodgers is going somewhere else to retire. I don't think retirement's an option after that. I don't think you lose in the divisional round like that when you're expected to at least be in the Super Bowl, if not win the Super Bowl and then retire. I don't think that's a possibility. So I really do believe Aaron Rodgers might be playing for a new team next year. If he stays in Green Bay, I would be shocked. But again, I am just a man playing Madden, so I may not even know what I'm talking about, but let's just go ahead and get started. So I did want to get your guys' input. So I had a community tab pull up. It had a little bit of votes there, and a lot of you were telling me to trade Aaron Rodgers and let Adams walk. And I thought that was the more interesting way to do this rebuild as well. So that's what we're going to be doing today. So Davante Adams is going to cost a lot of money, and the Packers are going to be, apparently, according to Adam Schefter, Packers are going to be like negative $44 million in cap space over the cap, or $44 million of the cap. So it's going to be interesting to see how this offseason is going to go for them. So we don't have a ton of money to do anything. So again, I think Davante Adams is going to be, if Aaron Rodgers is gone, I think Adams is gone as well. I really do think that will be the case. We're negative $8 million. We really have no way of offering anybody a contract here. So unless if we restructure some contracts, which of course you would love to do, which we are going to be trying to do that, of course, but trying to keep as much young talent as possible here, because today we are going to be pretty much full on rebuilding the Green Bay Packers with Jordan Love being the quarterback going forward. So I don't think I can make any trades right now. So with the negotiation stage in the way, and obviously with negative $8 million, the only thing I can really do is start to cut some players and maybe free up a little bit of money. So before we get into trading everybody, we will go ahead and take a look and see if we can free up some money by cutting anybody. We'll go that route first, and then we'll definitely be trading Aaron Rodgers today. Today's video is brought to you by Prize Picks. Prize Picks is a DFS player props website that allows you to go over or under on players' projections. You're facing no one in the world but yourself and the numbers. Let me go ahead and show you a few examples of how it works. So on this example, I went for a flex play on Deebo Samuel, Cordell Patterson, Laviska Shenault, and David Johnson, who were all able to hit or go under the numbers, which led to me getting $170. That's just one example. And here's another example where I didn't actually get everyone correct, but I still didn't walk away with nothing. Aaron Jones was able to hit over his fantasy score. Chase Edmonds got over 10 fantasy points, and Mercedes Lewis got under 18.5 receiving yards. But unfortunately for me, DeAndre Hopkins did not get a touchdown in this game. If you do decide to sign up, my link is down in the description below. Use code Crushables. They are offering 100% deposit match up to $100. So taking a look at our options here, there really is only one option. Of course, I'm not going to cut Jair Alexander, $13 million, but he's a 25-year-old stud. It'd be really dumb of me to cut him. I would save $13 million, but that's just not really something I'm looking to do. So not going to be cutting Jair Alexander, of course, but one thing I'm going to be doing, since we are going to be going in the direction of trading Aaron Rodgers, I think the first step is going to be cutting Randall Cobb. Longtime Green Bay Packer, obviously he's played there for a very long time. Left for a while, went to Dallas, Houston, and now he came back via trade. But since we are going to be trading Aaron Rodgers today, I'm going to go ahead and cut Randall Cobb just to free up a little bit of money. That's still not going to give me the ability to sign anybody, but did free up, like I said, just a little bit, a tad bit of money. So like I said, we're going to be going into next week with a lot of interesting things going on. So we have to kind of see what our direction is going to be. The first step, of course, like I said, we are going to be trading Aaron Rodgers 100% today. I think it just feels like what's going to happen, to be honest. To me, that's what it feels like is going to happen. Jordan Love will be the quarterback going forward. Aaron Jones will be here. A.J. Dillon will be here. I mean, you could even potentially look at maybe trading Aaron Jones away if you wanted to. I don't know if I'll go that far, but I will probably be, like I said, trading Aaron Rodgers. With Davante Adams gone, though, you really don't have a lot of good wide receivers, so the offensive line with David Bakhtiari, you could consider trading him as well. I mean, this team could literally just be in a full-on rebuild depending on how this offseason goes for them, which, like I said, it's looking like Aaron Rodgers will most likely be on a new team unless if he does decide to retire, which I don't think he would, but you just never really know. But we're going to go ahead and trade Aaron Rodgers. I think we're just going to go ahead and quickly start off with that. I mean, there's going to be a lot of teams. If Aaron Rodgers is interested in playing for a new team next year, there's going to be a lot of teams lining up for that. I don't know, who's going to take him. You got Washington, you got Denver, you got a number of teams. Indianapolis would be interesting, but the whole Carson Wentz thing would make it awkward. I feel like the Broncos have been the team that are like the most interested though. So I am going to just try to trade him to Denver just because, like I said, they've been the most interested team, it seems like. So we're going to try to get at least 2 first-round picks out of them, and then maybe like a young player if possible. So if I could fill out more slots, I would. I really don't know what Aaron Rodgers' value is. Honestly, if we could get a wide receiver, that would be fantastic, but I doubt that's a thing we can make happen. Just a young piece in general would just be great. Anything I would take. Maybe even another draft pick probably wouldn't hurt either if we just wanted to take draft picks, but let's just go ahead and take a real quick look at what else the Broncos have and see if there's anything that's worth it. Maybe we take a center and Lloyd Cushenberry. I don't know. 24 years old. Anything. I mean, maybe we just take draft picks though. Draft picks, or maybe we take the center. What do we want to do here? So we'd get a 2nd-round pick. I think we just take the draft picks low-key. So Aaron Rodgers for 3 picks here. Let's see if Denver would be interested in this, and they accept. So if I could fill out more slots than that, I would. Trade Aaron Rodgers for 3 draft picks, a 1st-round pick, a 1st-round pick, and a 2nd-round pick in this year's draft. So just like that, we've collected some assets for Aaron Rodgers. Now, we did free up money by doing that, but of course, like I said, I am not going to go for Davante Adams. If Rodgers is gone, I assume Adams is gone. Now, they could find a way to franchise tag Adams, obviously, maybe by restructuring contracts, but I wasn't going to go that route today. Darius Smith's 29. So there's just some more moves we can make. Like I said, we're full on rebuilding now. So I'm definitely going to be making some trades here, probably to just free up even more money if possible. We'll see what we can make happen. So with Darius Smith missing so many games this year, I'm also going to be trading him away over to the Miami Dolphins for a 2nd-round pick and a 3rd-round draft pick. So the Miami Dolphins just add even more talent to that defense, and we get even more draft picks. I also want to go ahead and I think trade Preston Smith, and other than that, I'll be done, and we'll be focusing on free agency and the draft for the rest. So I'm simply going to be sending Preston Smith over to the Buffalo Bills for a 3rd-round draft pick. So that is 100% the most trades I've ever made in the realistic rebuild series thus far. So yeah, we made some moves. We collected some draft assets, and of course, like I said, the direction pretty much is Jordan Love is the quarterback. Now, looking at the wide receivers, it is very bad. It is very bad. So, offensive line, we're going to probably keep David Bakhtiari. I'm not going to go too crazy and start trading everybody, even though, like, that could be a thing. But I'm just going to keep him. I'm not going to go and trade him away. I'm going to keep Aaron Jones as well, I think. And then, obviously, looking at the offensive line, we have John Runyon, who's 25. We have Billy Turner, who is 30. So, maybe another right tackle wouldn't hurt. Josh Myers, who's 24. So, and then a tight end position is probably going to be a need. But okay, let's go to free agency now that we've made all those trades. You guys can let me know what you thought of some of those trades. Maybe I traded a little too much or got a little too much that I shouldn't have. I don't know. Just having a little bit of fun here. So with $55 million freed up, again, I could go for Davante Adams, but I'm not going to do that, obviously. So I want to get young pieces. We already have a couple of good safeties, so I'm not worried about that. One thing I do want to walk away out of this free agency is a young wide receiver if possible, because we literally have none. So that would be great. Let's see what we can get and try to get, like I said, a young wide receiver here. So not really seeing anybody that good, though. And the wide receiver, we got Jacoby Myers. That might be an interesting signing. Michael Gallup, I guess you could bring in as a #1 option for Jordan Love if you wanted to. Henry Ruggs, if he was a better person, I would maybe consider that. Alan Lazard, you could actually, you know what, low-key, Alan Lazard might be an interesting one that Green Bay would probably be interested in. It was decent and obviously would have a little bit of oh my, that face scan. Obviously, he's not face scanning in this game, but I'm going to go ahead and offer Alan Lazard a contract to come back to Green Bay. I'm going to offer him. Hopefully, he decides to come back. And then, like I said, I think I don't know, man. Do I go for Michael Gallup or do I just draft a wide receiver? 26 years old. I don't think I'm going to go that route. I think I'm going to go ahead and, like I said, I'm going to sign Alan Lazard back. And then is there anyone else? Maybe Auden Tate, Braxton Berrios. The fact that he's a free agent, I don't feel like the Jets would like to see him walk. But we'll probably draft a wide receiver as well, low-key. So we'll just try to get Alan Lazard back in free agency. And then I still want to look at what else we could get here as far as young talent. We do need our punter back, so it would be kind of nice to have him, although the special teams was very bad in this game and all year. Apparently they were last, so Corey we could bring back, and then we'll probably just offer a lot of contracts here and see what we can get and bring in. Rasul Douglas was pretty solid for Green Bay this year, so again, we're just going to go ahead and offer some contracts here. I'll show you everything I've offered here on day one, and we'll see how lucky we get in getting all of them. So here are all my offers on day one. Quite a bit of offers, I'm not going to lie. We're going to be offering Tanyan a contract just for some familiarity, if I can say that word correctly, for Jordan Love. Jacoby Myers as another weapon at the wide receiver that maybe he could shine here as a really good option here. And then we obviously got our punter, Rasul Douglas, Allen Lazard, Austin Corbett, and Derek Barnett. So we'll see if we get all of them. I'm going to assume we're not going to get every single person, obviously. So we'll just see how day one goes for us. Bringing in just a little bit of talent around Jordan Love that we're going to need. So not really sure what to expect, but hopefully we get most of them. Okay, so let's see. Tanyan actually rejected, but we got everybody but Tanyan. So day one actually went pretty solid. We got Allen Lazard. Like I said, the familiarity is going to be there. So Allen Lazard and Jordan Love. You got Corey. We got our punter back. We got Rasul Douglas back. We got Derek Barnett, Austin Corbett as a guard that can protect Jordan Love. We brought in Jacoby Myers. So we brought in 2 wide receivers. I still want to draft one as well. And let's go ahead and see if there's anything else we really need to fill in. So we definitely need some linebackers as well. Our linebacker core kind of is bad. This is what the offensive line is going to look like. We could use a tight end, and so a tight end, and I'm content with the offensive line and another wide receiver. So tight end, wide receiver core definitely going to be needed. And then defensively, if we take a look, you got Derek Barnett, Dean Lowry, and Kenny Clark on the defense. You now have Jair Alexander, Eric Stokes, and Rasul Douglas, so I'm content with that. But the linebacker core is dreadful. Very bad. So a middle linebacker, an outside linebacker, we're definitely going to need to bring in some talent there. So maybe we could sign at least one linebacker in free agency. That would be pretty solid, potentially. We need at least one, I think. So let's go ahead and try to get at least one linebacker, at least a young one. I'm not trying to go for a veteran. We'll see if we can even find that, though. That may not be available, to be honest, in this free agency class. So we'll see if we get that lucky. I'm not really seeing that. So we're probably going to have to be using the draft for that. So we're not going to be getting a linebacker in the draft or in free agency, it looks like. So we're going to be unlucky with that. We have Jerry Hughes. I mean, we could maybe sign a defensive tackle instead and move the defensive formation if we wanted to. Linval Joseph, Brandon Williams, Tim Suttle. Tim Suttle is actually pretty good. He is a Washington. He plays in Washington. I actually like him quite a bit. So maybe with some opportunity, he would be solid. So maybe we could go ahead and give Tim Settle a contract and move the defense potentially to a new formation. We'll see. I'll go ahead and offer Tim Settle a contract, put him on the defensive line. We're going to need it. So that'll be my last offer in free agency, I believe. And I think the rest is going to have to come to the draft. Now, one thing I do want to do actually real quickly is I actually have kind of a guy in mind who I think would be a really solid player to bring in here. But I got to see if this trade would even work. So we're going to be using one of our 3rd round draft picks in our 4th rounder next year for David Njoku. We needed a tight end. Cleveland has plenty of them. And it feels like David Njoku has been part of some trade rumors in the past. So we get another weapon for Jordan Love. So I love that addition to the team. And then, like I said, other than that, we're really just seeing if we're going to be getting... I forgot. Oh, Tim Settle. That's who it was. I was like, who did we offer contract to again? Tim Settle. So now this will be interesting. I'm gonna change the formation if I need to. I'm gonna go in the draft first, but this is what the offense is gonna look like. Do want to bring in a wide receiver though. Feel pretty good. I mean, for a rebuild start, I don't think this is bad. We got a lot of draft picks. We brought in a little bit of young talent here. There also is some good players like Jair, Darnell Savage. Adrian Amos is a veteran, so it'll be interesting to see what would happen with him. And of course, you have David Bakhtiari that maybe you trade him at the trade deadline. If you wanted to maybe just roll with AJ Dillon and then trade away Aaron Jones, I guess that's a possibility as well, but I'm not going to go that far today. So we're just going to go ahead and jump into the draft now, and we'll see if we can draft a wide receiver, draft some linebackers, and just get some talent on this damn team. We're going to need it. This is a rebuild process with Aaron Rodgers, Devontae Adams gone. I'm excited how it's gone so far, though. So here we are in the NFL draft with 2 first-round picks, 2 second-round picks, a third-round pick. So we're going to be able to get some young talent here, which is a good thing. Like I said, if you're entering a rebuild, it would be very, very important to collect draft picks. So I really like the offseason that we had. Now it's time to capitalize on that. And it's honestly a good thing now that the Packers did draft a quarterback, obviously. They traded up for Jordan Love. So you have to hope they believe in him to be the quarterback going forward if Aaron Rodgers decides to leave, which it all, signs point to that, but we don't know for sure. So let's go ahead and just start with our first pick in the first round, and let's see what we can grab. I really want to draft a wide receiver here really, really badly, but we'll see what's on the board. So we have a Breece Hall, a running back. I don't need a running back. That's the last thing I need. We have Aiden Hutchinson, Justin Ross. So like I said, I do really, really badly want to draft a wide receiver. So I'm really, really feeling the idea of drafting Justin Ross here out of Clemson. We have George Pickens. I mean, Drake London. I think, let's see, we got A, catch in traffic. That's going to be huge. F, kick return, F, spin move, B, run block, but we don't need him to be a kick returner necessarily. Justin Ross, I'm going to go ahead and draft him. He is a hidden development wide receiver, so we needed a wide receiver. I feel really good about that draft pick, so we're going to be going to our next pick here in the first round, and we'll see if we want to go defense or offense here. So we need quite a bit. Linebackers is going to be important in this draft as well. Charles Cross went to the Texans. Again, we don't need a running back. Free safety. Do we draft Jordan Battle? Howard Lindbaum. I know he's a good center, and our center isn't that great right now, so we could potentially go that route. Ventrell Miller. We could wait till, I guess we could wait for linebacker in the second round if we wanted to go that way. We have 2 second-round picks to maybe focus on the defense. We did want to draft a center, maybe to grow with Jordan Love. So I do love the idea of potentially, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do it. I'm going to draft Howard Linderbaum here to be my center. C, impact block. B, pass block. Feeling really good about that. Gonna love that pick, and just like that, we got ourselves a center, potentially grow with Jordan Love going forward. So I love that addition. Now let's go to our second round picks, and let's focus on the defense now. And in the third rounder, I have a guy in mind that usually slips to the third round. Hopefully we can get him anyway. So looking at the defensive side of the ball, we have Perrin, Winfrey. Let's see what we have. Okay, so I want to go left outside linebacker 100%, and then Adam Anderson is somebody I do want, but I don't know if I want to take him this early. We're in the second round now. Ventrell Miller. We have Devin Lloyd. So we do need a middle linebacker. We do need, I mean, we kind of need linebackers anyway. So Ventrell Miller is D zone coverage, C block shedding, so he doesn't look all that great. A man coverage, so that looks great, but not sure if all that other stuff looks good. We have Devin Lloyd here with B zone coverage, and then B play recognition, B man coverage, B zone, D finesse move, C injury. He actually doesn't look too bad. I'm going to go ahead and draft Devin Lloyd here. He's a newer development middle linebacker, but we needed to draft linebackers, so I'm fine with that. Let's go to the second round now, or let's go to our next pick in the second round, and hopefully get maybe a better player here. So I do want to continue to stay on the defensive trend probably here. So what do we want? Kenyon Green. We can draft a linebacker, Brenton Cox, or Owen. So what do we want to do here? Do we want to go Jameson Williams? Who else do we have on the board? I know Alan Anderson is a... We also have Adam Anderson. I kind of want to wait to see if he'll slip to the third round. You have Haskell Garrett here as well. So maybe we can get at least one of these guys, and then maybe we draft... Probably, let's say... Let's draft Owen or Kenyon... Or not Kenyon Green. Or Brenton Cox. Which one do we want instead? Let's see which one's better. So Owen is a better fit. A, man coverage. B, awareness. F, finesse moves. F, stamina. Okay, that A, man coverage looks great to me as an outside linebacker, and the B, awareness looks cool. Let's go ahead and take a look at Brenton Cox real quick, and then we'll decide between these two guys. D, block shedding. C, tackle. So I think I'm going to be going with Owen here out of Auburn. We're going to be drafting another linebacker here, just adding more talent to the linebacker core. He's going to be a newer development, but I'm okay with that. And I'm hoping in the third round that Adam Anderson slips to me, hopefully. We'll see if I get that lucky. Or I guess we had another second round pick. So I'm going to go ahead and take, I think, another linebacker here. So we're going heavy on linebacker, and I'm totally fine with that. We're going to go ahead and draft Adam Anderson here. I know he's a hidden development linebacker, so I'm content with that. Left outside linebacker could turn into a star for us. Great. And then we have one third round pick, so a lot of picks in this draft. Just adding talent, though, which is great. A early second round pick. So let's see what we want to do with this one. Brenton Cox, Drake London. We have a corner. We could draft another wide receiver, which I'm not going to do. We could draft a tackle to eventually replace. I forgot what his name was, but I know we have a Trent McDuffie, B stamina, B play recognition, C zone coverage, C awareness. I'm going to go ahead and draft a corner. It's going to add more talent to the defense, like I said. Let's go to the fourth round now. We might have traded our fourth round pick. I can't remember. I don't think we did. No, we have a fourth rounder. Okay, so probably going to make this my last selection. We've already drafted a ton of players here. So as long as we get something pretty good to end this off, maybe we take a tackle here and feel pretty decent about that. I'm going to take Wanya Morris here, I believe. C pass block. Obviously, I'm not going to get anything that great in the 4th round. So 58 speed, 74 acceleration, 90 strength though. Okay. That was our draft. So hopefully this was a good one. I think we came away with a lot of solid players. We'll see how it looks though. Hopefully this team is going to be interesting at least next year. Maybe in our division we could still make the playoffs. I mean, Chicago, kind of depends what they do. Minnesota is supposed to be better than they usually are, but they really never show it. And then Detroit obviously is in shambles. So I think it's still very possible that we could win our division. You never know. Draft recap actually looks pretty solid. We came away with a 74 overall wide receiver, a 72 overall center, as we know, 70 overall middle linebacker, 67, a 69. So draft wasn't terrible. I mean, it could have been a little bit better, but I'm glad we came away with a talented wide receiver in the 1st round to maybe replace that little bit of void we're going to have with Devontae Adams. Of course, you have Jacoby Myers and Allen Lazard there too, but it is Devontae Adams, so that's a lot of shoes to fill. But let's go ahead and take a look at our roster. We are an 83 overall, which is pretty solid, I think, considering that we traded a lot of our talent away. So obviously Matt LaFleur will still be the head coach going forward, but taking a look at this roster, I'm going to go ahead and throw Tyler Linderbaum in here over what we have right now. Billy Turner will place right tackle. We have David Njoku, Alan Lazard, Justin Ross, who I do want to get some reps in. Eventually, hopefully, he becomes a stud. Elton Jenkins. So Jordan Love's going to have some weapons to throw to. Amari Rodgers could potentially become something as well. So I like how the offense looks. Taking a look at the defense, we have Adam Anderson on the outside, Rashawn Gary. We have Derek Barnett. We have Tim Settle here. And then, of course, our middle linebackers are a little lackluster. We drafted Devin Lloyd. But to be honest, man, I'm really thinking of moving this defensive formation around. I really do think it's probably in our best interest to change the scheme. So we might go to a 4-3 instead of a 3-4. We'll see how it looks. I don't know, man. We'll see. We'll see. Scheme fit is a 56%. Disguise 3-4 is an 86%. But maybe we should just keep it the way it is. I don't know. 100% base 3-4. This is a... Okay, I guess this would 100% a scheme fit. But I don't think that changed our formation at all. I don't believe. So, yeah, I mean... I don't know. It says 100% scheme fit. So I guess we'll leave it the way it is. I don't love that our second middle linebacker is a 67 overall, though. Do we have any money to, like, sign a middle linebacker? I don't think we do. But whatever. I guess that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be running a 67 overall middle linebacker and Devin Lloyd. And that's how it's going to be. Well, I guess we'll see how things go. I mean, like I said, the division is relatively owned by the Green Bay Packers. So I guess there's a huge possibility. I don't think we have any money in free agency, but I'm just going to check just in case to get maybe a different middle linebacker look, just because I wouldn't mind having a different middle linebacker, obviously. Not loving the fact that we have a 67 overall starting. So let's see if there's anyone. Anthony Hitchens. We have a 26-year-old, 70 overall, and Raekwon McMillan. Anthony Hitchens, Patrick. I mean, we could get a veteran here. Maybe Anthony Hitchens would be the nice move. We don't have money to do it, actually. So, yeah, I guess we're stuck with what we got. Let's go ahead and simulate this season. Can this team still make the playoffs with Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams gone? Well, let's see what happens. So in our rebuild year, we only ended up going 7-10, and Chicago actually went 14-3. So shout out to them. They had a really good year. I mean, when a rebuild comes, you don't really know what to expect. So I'm not too disappointed that we didn't actually make the playoffs. It was unfortunate. It would have been fun to maybe sling the ball around with Jordan Love, but unfortunately, we're not going to be able to do that. $33 million in cap space, but of course, we're not going to be going forward any further. The Dallas Cowboys, 24-18 week 18, so at least we beat Dallas in week 18. We're an 87 overall offense, 85 overall defense, and 85 overall in general. To be honest, I thought we did a solid job. I really did, but let's go ahead and take a look at the stats. Jordan Love was actually... Okay, never mind. The 4,500 yards is great. But the 24 interceptions, that number has to come down a lot. So if you're going to be... Cam Newton was our backup. That's hilarious. But 38 touchdowns, 24 interceptions. 38 touchdowns is solid, but the 24 interceptions was where it gets me. But again, he's growing. He'll be fine. 74 overall, star development quarterback. We'll see how things go if he does end up getting the opportunity to start for Green Bay. But Aaron Rodgers, 1,400 yards. Or not Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Jones, 1,400 yards, 12 touchdowns. And then A.J. Dillon had 371 yards and 4 touchdowns. And receiving wise, Jacoby Myers actually was pretty solid. 1,300 yards, 9 touchdowns. Alan Lazard, 6 touchdowns. Justin Ross had 872 yards and 8 touchdowns. Let's see if he turned into like a superstar. Nah, he's a star development. Okay. And then David Njoku, 625 yards, 6 touchdowns. And then taking a look at the defensive side of the ball to see how things went there. Sacks wise, we kind of got rid of our pass rush, but Derek Barnett, I mean, we gave him a chance from Philadelphia, and he came in and got 11 sacks. So you'd feel really good about that. In a free agency addition, Rashawn Gary with 9, Kenny Clark with 6.5, Dean Lowry with 3.5, and then 2 from Owen. And then interceptions wise, Adrian Amos had 5, 4 from Jair, 3 from Devin Lloyd. So again, there's a lot of good young talent here. So I'm still pretty proud of this team for going 7-10 and probably being in the thick of things for making the playoffs. Unfortunately, Chicago just had a crazy year. Offense was 12th in the NFL, and then defense, we were 15th. So we were middle of the pack. I feel like this team had the ability to get in the playoffs, but unfortunately, we didn't get there. Let's go ahead, though, and see who's going to win the Super Bowl. I am kind of... Actually, I want to see if Denver made the playoffs with Aaron Rodgers at the helm. Let's see. They did not. So Denver didn't even make the playoffs, even though we gave them Aaron Rodgers. So that's interesting. Well, let's see who wins the Super Bowl before we end things off here, and we'll go from there. So send to the Super Bowl. Let's see who makes it there, and we'll see what happens. So send to the Super Bowl. We have the Cardinals and the Bills simulating next week to see who wins. Kyler Murray versus Josh Allen, and we have the Cardinals beating the Bills 24-31. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Definitely leave it a like if you did enjoy, man. Green Bay's offseason is going to be probably one of the most interesting ones we've seen in quite some time, and I'm excited for it. I'm here for it. It's going to be a lot of fun, a lot of speculation, So thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for the continued support. This is Crushables 2. I'm saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.